Hi to all trail camera enthusiasts. I'm quite happy here because I have a new toy. This is GardePro A80 and I got it from GardePro team for testing purposes, and I have promised to share my results. That is why we are here. Before diving in, maybe some words about why I wanted to test exactly this model. And there are at least 3 good reasons. First one, it is a 4K video camera, and 4K cameras usually better than 2K cameras. Second, this camera has Sony Starvis sensor, and Sony sensors are good ones, and they are definitely better comparing with no labeled sensors. And third, and very important for me, is that this camera is using no glow flash, or we can say black flash. Animals don't see this, and therefore they don't escape. Now about testing. As it is first time for me to test this camera, I think I'm interested particularly in image quality and also sound quality. And I think it's better to have also some image to compare with. And for this, I took with me my old friend, and this is Campark TC06. I have a lot of Campark cameras. I have used them about 4 years, and this one is the best one. It has really good image quality in daytime. And it is also a 4K camera. It has also Sony Starvis sensor, but unfortunately that I don't like. This has dark red flash, and animals really sometimes afraid to it. And about testing, I think I mount them side by side, close to each other, and also close to the ground. Why? But it is like usually photographers do. We like to take pictures of animals so that camera is mounted at the level of animal's eyes or lower of it. I think that I can start with my testing work. Maybe it is also important to say that we need a week or 2 for this, and after it I can show you my results. Robin started to sing. This is my home forest, which is situating at Hinnome in southern Estonia. So, see you Welcome to my digital talk room. I have reviewed my video clips and ready to talk about results. I will continue here with main topics, which were video and sound quality. After it, I have some notes, and of course, we summarize this experience also. Well, let's begin with the daytime image quality. For the analysis, I'm using road air images taken in the early morning, and the contrasting backlight here helps to point out some weaknesses of used cameras. On the screen, you can see side-by-side video frames captured by the GardePro and Campark cameras, both mounted side-by-side at the testing site. Please note that the cameras used at different viewing angles. 70 degrees for the GardePro and 120 degrees for the Campark. To put it in simple words, we can also say that animals in the picture above appear to be 2.5 times larger. So, at first glance, the Campark image appears significantly better because it has natural colors. But let's analyze step by step. At first, I think both images are enough sharp. No problems with sharpness in daylight conditions. But if we talk about colors, there is a notable difference in these images. While the Campark image looks natural, the GardePro image is somewhat black and white-like, and it has too high contrast, and it has some parts with lacking the details. For example, here we can see that no details in highlight areas at all. And if we compare it with Campark image, there is no problems, I think. And also, it is notable that GardePro has some regions that have color fringing. It is with blue color that lies where it don't have to lie. If we compare the same area in the Campark image, there is no color fringing at all. Taking these factors into account, I would rate the GardePro image quality as average to good, while the Campark image quality ranges from the good to very good. Of course, when watching videos, some image weaknesses may go unnoticed because our attention is primarily on the movement. I will now play the original video clips and you can evaluate the images for yourselves. Now let's discuss image quality in dark conditions when the cameras operate with a flash. It's important to mention that during testing I used only the GardePro flash and the Campark flash was turned off. At first glance, I think the Campark footage appears better because it has more good details, and of course it is important that these details are in main object, which is European hair. Well, let's try to discuss what degrades the quality of images recorded with GardePro. I think there can be two reasons. And first one, the GardePro camera tends to produce overexposure when using a flash, which results in a loss of highlight details. We can see it, for example, here. No details at all. And we can find it also here. No details or only few details. If we compare this with the Campark image, we can see details here and also here. Of course, it is not a flash problem. It is connected with evaluating exposure inaccurately. And second reason, GardePro camera tends to use unreasonably long shutter speed. We can have a look to it paying attention to the hind legs of the hair. These are really unsharp. And if we compare it with hind legs in the image of Campark, it looks better. Yes, you can use very short shutter speeds in videos because the movement may look jerky. However, there is a clear difference whether the shutter speed is, for example, 1/15th of a second or 1/30th of a second. Minor problem is here also lower than usual frame rate, which is 20 frames per second for GardePro when capturing 4K footage. Considering the above, I rate the GardePro image quality in darkness as average, while the Campark image quality is good. But of course, seeing is believing. Let's compare the results through video clips and evaluate the images for yourselves. Now it's time to take a closer look at the audio recordings. To do this, I am using the same recordings analyzed earlier when comparing daytime image quality. And for better comparison, I normalized both audio files and inserted them into one file. And if looking at screen now, we can see two waveforms here at the top and two spectrograms at bottom region. And on the left side we have material from GardePro, and on the right side we have material from Campark. Now it's time to listen audio files. At first, GardePro. And now Campark. Well, my first impression is that the GardePro recording is significantly cleaner, with almost no noise. The sensitivity of the GardePro microphone is surprisingly good, capturing all background sounds. Nice work from GardePro, really. However, it's important to note also two additional points. First one, GardePro doesn't record sounds with frequencies above 8 kHz. If we look at these spectrograms, and if we look this GardePro spectrogram here, it is on the left. And we can check here that it is a bit lower than 8 kHz. And if we compare it with Campark spectrogram, this goes up to about 15 kHz or more. And if we look at song here, this song belongs to Song Truss, nice songbird. Then we look at some essential tones are above the recording possibilities of GardePro. We need higher sampling frequency. And secondly, the GardePro audio recording tends to start with a delay sometimes and may not be synchronized. Therefore, it's crucial to manually synchronize the audio if necessary, if we use GardePro sound. Despite these minor issues, I rate both GardePro and Campark audio quality as good to very good. They are not comparable with professional stereo recorders, but anyway they are good. And combining these audios from both cameras can result in a very good overall quality, I think. Lastly, I would like to share some notes. First, the GardePro lens gets wet less often than the Campark lens. GardePro image is here and Campark image is here. These images are from the same moment, after the rain in the morning. I think that this good feature can be connected with the fact that GardePro's lens are not protruded from the camera. Second, the GardePro info bar occupies around 8% of the screen. It's too much. Campark info bar occupies only 3% from the screen. This is good one. Yes, GardePro says that there is a possibility to switch off this info bar, but usually it is not good idea to switch it off because info bar has useful information for documentation purposes and also for synchronization purposes. And I really like GardePro's app. This is the best one I have seen among all apps for trail cameras. It is excellent work that has user-friendly interface and it works not slowly. This GardePro camera has also antenna for Wi-Fi. And one more note. GardePro has normal lens with viewing angle 70 degrees. And this feature is neither bad or good. But anyway, it's a possibility to record trail camera video using normal lens. And sometimes it is the only way to make that kind of videos because, for example, we need this possibility if we want to record near the bird nests. And now I have some final thoughts. I actually expected more from the GardePro A80. It seems that the development of this trail camera has focused more on surveillance features. The microphone's high sensitivity and noise-free recording can capture faint sounds, including whispers, for example. The black flash, invisible to the human eye, and the longer operating range make it suitable for monitoring large outdoor areas. For nature use, if you are demanding user like me, the GardePro serves well as a secondary camera, useful for background audio recordings and benefiting the no-glow flash. This inspired me to make additional tests where I combined the strengths of both cameras. My setup included the Campark TC06 as a main camera, positioned 2 meters from the animal's trail, with a flash off, and the GardePro A80 as a secondary camera, positioned 5 meters from the trail, with a black flash enabled. The initial results, at least, were quite satisfying. When filming nocturnal animals, it's generally beneficial to use 2 cameras, as relying on the single camera, lighting often results in unnatural eye shine effects like we can see here. If using 2 cameras, it can be avoided. But once again, seeing is believing. Let's take a look at the next 2 video clips. The first showing the GardePro recording, and the second is combining the best qualities of both cameras. That is all for now. I'll include some important links below the video, including the details about the cameras I used and about the accessories. If you found this presentation useful, feel free to leave a like or comment. Don't forget to subscribe if you are interested in more reviews like this in the future. See you next time.